What's up, guys? This video is pretty much like a shout out video to my boy who was picking up blacksmithing. Um, a quick shout out to the class that he's actually taking, a class run by Trenton Tye. He has a YouTube channel, Purgatory Ironworks. Go check him out whenever you guys have a chance. He does some really cool videos. Ask him about the third hammer. I always enjoyed that one. I recalled it before I even seen it, so I hope you guys enjoyed as well. This is going to be all about the crafting and pretty much all the gears that you have to do. What this game is pretty much all about. Like I said, it was all about the whole entire Monster Hunter World theme. Everything about it is all about that game. It's pretty much a spin-off off of it. It's pretty much of like an early release type game. It's still evolving. It is constantly changing. New things are being updated, so on and so forth. This is the town, is what I'm going to show you guys in this episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's take a walk through. Now, before I get into everything, I'm just going to go ahead and walk around the town real quick. That's our little apothecary over here. You can make your little potions and everything like that over here. This little snide bitch right here, I don't know what she really does, but she kind of just gives you quests every once in a while. Claims to be the captain. She gets introduced in the videos, I guess. Check her out. This guy, this thing is cool right here. I still haven't figured much out on it, but pretty much you can like fuse your cells together. And when I mean cells, they're pretty much like gems that you add into any of your gears, so on and so forth. I'm guessing when you fuse the cells together, you can make a better cell. Common, rare, epic, pretty much. So far I've only seen it go up to +3, which is the epic kind. I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but let's see in 10 minutes. It should, I had 2 fused together. It takes about 24 hours, or like a day's worth, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how long. It could have just been when I uploaded it, or when I fused it. It could have just been like a time frame from the next section when the Dauntless updates, pretty much for like your dailies, so on and so forth. That could have been it, or it could be 21 hours in like a base standard. I'll give it a shot. I'm working on that. Like I said, it's just one at a time right now, so I'm only going to be able to see those. Let's see. So those are really cool. I'm upgrading that. This guy is pretty much my go-to for my weaponry. This is the guns. You can pretty much craft your guns here and your grenades. You start off with the barrels. This is pretty much going to do your elemental damages and everything like that you would have to do for your monster hunting. So far, this is what I've unlocked, or maybe if there is further on in the game, we'll see. I haven't gotten there yet. And you got your grips. These pretty much give you like the skills that you have, you use. For you start off with the captain's grip, which is pretty much that shotgun blast in my earlier videos. This pretty much shoots like a piercing shot. Hold on, I think I have it backwards. Power deals 900. Oh, I'm sorry, this is like your secondary skill. This one gives you the mines that I use to drop on. And this one pretty much gives you a buff to speed your attacks. Pretty much like that. Or whoever you want to drop it down for. It could be for your teammates or you, it doesn't really matter. I don't really use that anymore because, you know, screw the teammates, they like to die a lot. I'm all about that evasive maneuver. Get that skills up, bruh. Just gotta do it like that all the time, baby. So yeah, that's what the grips do. Then you got your chambers. This is what I unlocked with a level. Gave it for me for free. Except for the upgrading part, I can't do that for a while. This is the piercing bolt shot that I was talking about. It hits everything in the line, and that's pretty much the shotgun that I was using in the beginning. This one is pretty whack, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't even used it. I haven't even made it yet, so no crafting on that one. And these are your third passive, pretty much, for your weapon. Like this brilliant one, there's a limit to how much you charge, and it deals extra damage after a while. The ones I use and I have crafted so far is the Searing Prism and the Snowdrift Prism. Searing does this pretty much. After the 10th hit successively, you'll do extra 250 bonus damage. Also has a major blaze damage, which if the monster is weak against fire, this does extra fire damage, which is great for those that are weak against them. So we got the Frost one. The last 4 shots in your magazine generates a frost sprite that causes your next attack to deal 50 bonus damage and minor frost damage. Maxed 4 sprites. Those are a little like the frost orbs that you used to see on previous videos. Pretty much when you're about to run out of bullets, they come up and give you extra damage per your shots. So that's pretty much 4 shots equal up into 200 extra bonus damage. Which is neat. I don't like it too much because it's not like a one-time thing. The other one, the Searing Prism, is a 250 damage and major blaze, which ultimately the procs on it is a lot more in my opinion. But it's all about how you choose it to play. If you want to go for distance, like stay away from everybody, I would recommend this, because even though your shots are less damage at a distance, it still adds that 50 bonus damage, which increases your shot powers regardless. So that's a good idea to have, unless they're strong against frost. Then even then, it still gives you some bonus damage. It's definitely doable. I like it. So yeah, that's all the weaponry there. And now, I'm not sure if this is going to become a thing, but this is pretty much a tavern. As you can see, beer, get the beer in. It's all about the alcohol, baby. Get it right. And this little lady, I have no idea. She gives me quests, but let's see what she does. She doesn't do anything. Alright, now I'm thinking as an implementation to the game, this could be like the studies for the monsters, pretty much. The more you hunt the monsters, the more knowledge you gain for the monsters. And the knowledge you gain, you should be able to do extra damage to them, all depending on the stats and everything, and where you hit them and everything like that. That should happen with this, but again, early release. It's still work in progress. I don't know if that's going to change, but for right now, that's what it is. She just gives quests every once in a while. This here is our blacksmith. I have a quest to craft an item, which I don't have the ingredients for, so yeah, that's pretty much it. At the bottom you can see all the ingredients that you need. These are parts from the monsters that you need to get to actually use them. They got some really neat weapon looks in this game. I like it. These are pretty much like two-handed swords. And they look boss when you wear them. Yeah, I'm showing you guys a couple of these. and you just start off with the recruit and the training swords. Then you go into your hammers, which they do massive damage. In all honesty, I think the axes are pretty cool. I've seen somebody do 1,000 damage, and if you see in one of my videos, I'm only doing like 100, maximum 200, 300, depending on the crits and everything like that I'm doing. But I've seen somebody throw the axe, which you see like a swirling thing in your screen, and once it hits, it does like a super amount of fucking damage. I think that's really cool. It's really helpful when a party member actually has a axe, in my opinion. I can sit back and they can do massive damage to the bosses. They usually do a lot more damage to like the heads of the bosses. I think it's just one of the stats of one of them, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and look through all of these. I'm not sure why it has like a little trigger on these. I guess you release your skills like that, but whatever. I never really dabble with the hammers. The only thing I'm working on is the guns. I really enjoy the guns. I like to stay away from the monsters. It's easier to dodge when you're not up their ass and see everything that they're doing. That's just my playstyle, and again, like in all the other games, like I stated, I'm not a big first-person shooter or any kind of first-person shooter type games. I'm not a big fan of shooters at all, except for when it comes to RPGs or games like RPG style fighting or like melee fights, anything like that. I usually go for the range. Makes the game a little bit easier, in my opinion. Like throughout history, the introduction of ranged weapons changed the whole entire system of warfare. Trebuchets, for instance, those were very big when it came to warfare. Super long ranges, tear down walls. It was like a godsend when that was invented. Changed the whole entire war tactics of everything. Same goes with arrows, of course, and as everybody knows, guns. Guns were a huge difference in warfare when it came out. These are the commas, so we'll call them sickles. But they're usually like the flying commas. They have a chain on them when you do your heavy attack. So this is like a mid-range fighter. However, I did try this out because I am like super interested in these. I'm always a big fan of commas. However, it drains like a stupendous amount of stamina. So if I'm in the middle of fighting and I'm out of stamina, I can't really dodge. So I don't really use that too much because, like I said, I'm really into that dodging game. Sometimes, if I'm going to go head to head with a fucking boss or whatever, I'm going to be up his ass. So that's the downfall and the benefits of the gun. In order to do so much damage, like a lot of big damages, you have to get up close because you drain their soul. When you drain their soul, well, I don't think it's their soul. You just drain their essence or their ether, I guess, whatever they want to use the word for in this game. I call it soul because, whatever. You know how it goes. Drain the soul, power my weapon. That's how we go. So yeah, you have to get up close to drain the soul, which empowers your weapon. In turn, it does bonus damage. It's usually about 100 extra damage, I would say, depending on the shot and the distance of it. Of course, your skills will definitely do a lot more damage as well, and they do extra, animations when it comes to overpowering your weapons and everything like that. So if your weapon is empowered, such as guns, I don't know if any other weapon gets empowered. Usually, like the sword that I showed you at first, those are usually, I would say there's like a bar that you fill, And after that, you can pretty much do like a Tetsaiga if you guys watch Bleach, or pretty much a ranged slice attack. I would say mid-range. I'm not saying like a super long range or anything like that. But a ranged slice attack, it slices anything it goes through. It just keeps going. Pretty much like a pierce attack, but it's a slice attack. So yeah, those are pretty cool. But like the axe, like I was saying earlier, I think one of their skills is to throw the axe, which does massive amounts of damage. Excuse me. And they do like stupendous amounts of part damages, which is to cut off like the limbs of the monsters. For instance, like their tails, which you need a lot of those for a lot of the gears that you have to craft, which is very useful. Like I said, if there's an axe wielder in a party, I am super happy, and I know I'm going to succeed, unless it's a ridiculously hard boss, which there is one that I have confronted. I'm not gonna fight him because I know I could beat him. It's just it takes a long time. He has a shield. He's like an earth elemental person. It's just I do so much shitty damage to him. But these are some of the axes that I've unlocked. Your weapons pretty much look to the element of the monster that you're slaying. So let's say the Scrave right here. That's a little big old bird. That's why you see feathers on him. Stormclaw, of course, that's like a lizard. So they try to represent the monster that you're killing to actually create that. So I think that's pretty cool. Again, it's like Monster Hunter World. If y'all know a lot about that game, you should know already what this game is about. It's a lot of grinding. It's a lot of hunting. It's a lot of everything. The hunting is hard. It takes a long time. It's not like a quick pew pew and everything's dead. Let me get your parts type thing. It's not like that, definitely. Also, it's harder the more members on that party you have, of course. I could kill somebody just by myself, which, it is definitely doable. But I definitely like party members. It distracts the monster, especially if you're a gun user. I would say if you're like a melee fighter, go ahead and do single player, honestly. You're definitely successful to actually succeed and everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much what they look like. Check out our little armor smith right here. My little armorer. These are pretty much the armor sets that I've unlocked so far. The higher level you go, the more monsters you unlock, the more gear you get. And they do different things. Like this is strong against earth damage. This is ice. This is what do I call it? Valiant? What's the word? I can't think of it right now. Sorry. I hope it says on there. Terror resistance, umbral resistance, radiant. That's what they call it. Pretty much light damage, or light resistance for these. It's radiant and umbral because umbral will be shadow damage or dark damage. So yeah, these are pretty much the armor sets that you get to pick. I am mix and matching. I really like the stats of each individual. What you're supposed to do is wear the whole entire set to get that set bonus, but I could care less because I am a rebel. I'm going to go ahead and mix and match because each piece has different things, and you can stack those different things and do a lot more different things when you do different things. It's different. But yeah, these are the armors. I got some of these pieces of her. I really like the flame guy, the Hellion. This is my favorite helmet. I'm not wearing it, but I think that's like the coolest looking one so far. I'm I'm sure there's going to be more to unlock. I haven't seen the Umbral one, the dark damage one. That hasn't been unlocked yet. Scrave, also an owl, if you can't tell. So is a Shrike. I really don't get the difference. Scrave is like the frost version of the owl, and Shrike is just a little bitch. I like the Shrike. That scared the hell out of me when I first played it. They're pretty fast. Like they shoot like razor claws at you and stuff like that. They were really hard to get the scheme down, like their attack schemes. But yeah, that's cool. What we're about to do, I'm gonna go hunt some Radiant monster. That way you guys can see what the new oh yeah, I didn't get to show you the whole entire time. Sorry guys, I talk too much. Don't know where to start or when to end. Like I said, it's still in the early process. There's a lot to do and there's a lot missing. There's pretty much all that I've shown you is what you're pretty much going to be using so far. I'm sure there's going to be things that come in these towns, parts of the town. Hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Really would like to see some sort of food buffs that are actually quite viable. Not that you need it, but if you do, you would be able to be so much better. Not just a little bit better, I would like it to be so much better. Of course, with that exchange of it being so much better, I'm sure it's going to cost like a fuck ton of ingredients and so forth. I mean, to me, if you're going to hunt something, might as well get the meats and get the whole entire use out of it, you know? There's a lot of empty spots still. There's nothing going on. I mean, there's guys that are still standing here. He doesn't do anything. Maybe later on it does, I'm not sure. Probably just gives me a quest. But he's not a benefit to the town. He's just a person that talks. Go figure, that's what I'm doing, right? So yeah, this I think that's pretty much it. See, it shows ingredients like food and stuff here, but I'm sure it's coming later on in the game. I think they just put everything up here for later on purposes, maybe patch notes and everything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the useful NPCs that we have here. And this thing, this is how you get your cells, the little gems that I'll talk to you about that you put in your gear. You can put them in here. I don't have any right now. You pretty much unlock it by getting the cores, and it gives you cells and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. This guy, he's pretty much like the, you know, you buy now type guy, and you can change your appearance and everything like that. So pretty much your appearance guy, your cosmetics and everything like that, you can buy it there. You would have to go to the store and do stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go hunt some stuff. I apologize if I am talking too much. I would like to entertain my, you know, patrons. Valamir, that's the Radiant guy. When I first fought this guy, when I unlocked him, I thought he was going to be something stupid hard because I had nothing that was Radiant. I don't have any armor that, you know, could give me Radiant defense or anything of that nature, or any weapons that would do any kind of umbral damage to a Radiant monster. So I was kind of scared, which ironically, he could do so much damage. I'm sure he's going to later on in the game, because they got like you know, elite versions of the normal monsters. Well, they got like fledglings, and then they got normal, and then they got like elite versions, which I'll show you guys later on, which is like dire hunts. They're harder monsters. Alright, we got a group ready. one of my supporters is just non-stop texting me. I'm kind of ignoring him right now, making this video for him so he can enjoy it on his 15-year drive that he has to do to come back home. Yeah. Oh look, this guy's trying to take my style. You jacking my style, bruh? He's missing the gloves though. But he's not a shooter. Oh yeah, he's a shooter. He's an idiot if he's not using that then. What does he got? Is that a... I think that's an axe. Oh, we're about to kick this guy's ass. Alright. Sorry for the little load screen, guys. This is like every time you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to go through this. And then there's idiots that don't hit ready. So we're gonna probably have to wait the entire minute to actually get into the game. Which sometimes I go like this. On ready, ready, unready, ready, unready, ready. Just a hint to the fact that click the fucking button pisses me off. I swear to God. He's just I hate people. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you just gotta just smack him right in the head. Get the third hammer on it. I hope you guys don't mind. This is going to be a pretty long video. I'm trying to do an extensive, in-depth detail on what this game is about and how it's going. I smoke cigarettes and everybody else is just standing with me. They're probably like, oh, he's not moving, I'm not going to move. And they're still not moving. Alright, we got a failed team. Nice. Wait, what are we hunting? Oh yeah, we're hunting that radiant guy. Okay. I didn't see anything. Did you guys see anything? It's like Blue's Clues. Oh, they found something. Oh god, I almost fell. Oh, there he is. Alright. I'm gonna stay at a distance for a little bit, just so you guys can see his attack patterns. I like this guy. I thought he was just going to demolish me, like the other guys. But not. Why is it? These guys aren't attacking. So I guess I'll start it off. So he disappears and it just pops up somewhere else. There he is. Which is cool, I guess. He's pretty. I like his attacks. Everything's so shiny. See? They're kicking ass though. They're fine. He later on summons these little... Oh god. That reached pretty far. Which way you go, George? Sometimes he lands on you when he does that. That's pretty cool. Oh, jeez. See what I mean? He doesn't do too much of like a massive amounts of damage or anything. I don't know if it's just me. Let's see, like, he just summoned these guys. Later on, I would say this could be really, really dangerous. Because one of his skill, he summons them in the air. Unless you have like range or anything like that, you're pretty screwed. And this guy's an idiot. I have no idea what's going on with those guys, but whatever. But it's cool, I could take this guy out by myself. I ain't got time for noobs. So there's a hint before you start fighting the guy. Oh, can't dodge when I'm reloading. That says that he drops like a buff, which I think is pretty cool. I've never really thought about it, but he picked it up, so I didn't get to see. See, he summons the guys in the air. This is cool. I really like what they did with this guy. His whole entire fighting style is just really awesome. These guys are probably getting mad at me. He's like, why aren't you fighting? Oh, hey, you see? Landed right on me. Pew, pew. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm dodging all those. That's crazy. I'm not even trying to. They already sucked up all that energy to heal themselves. What a bunch of dudes. If y'all don't know me yet, I talk a lot of shit. Sacrifices shall be made. Oh jeez. I was about to grenade your ass. Literally. And he does this little prism thing around him. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Guess that's what happens when you're not paying attention, eh? Step on it. Yeah, I'm not really caring too much about dodging. This guy is pretty easy. As you can tell, I'm not taking too much of a damage. Oh my god. I almost poo-pooed. I ain't dodging them now, am I? No. Aw. Alright. Now we gotta hunt him again. See, it's already halfway done. Like, oh, I seen him. Get your little flares. You can customize your flares and everything. Mine's a generic kind. Why, thank you. I didn't want to run around and find you. More damage. So you get bonus like items when you kill the guy and you don't die, which I was planning on doing that, but I'm talking too much and not concentrating on anything, and really don't care because he's not that hard. break it. We called it the light prism. That could be like a racist joke. I really want that tail, but nobody seems to be going for tails. Plus I'm smoking a cigarette, so I'm only doing this one-handed. Weird, right? It's like a blacksmith's third hammer. Oh, I love that joke. It's time to get this guy down. Oh, I got skill. I thought he was dead. Oh well. Bastard! He moved right when I shot that. Give me that butt. I'm here for the booty. Right before. Oh god. Now he's dead. Finally. Oh yeah, that's a little radiant guy. These are pretty much. Oh, we did get the tail. Neat. I need only 15,000 of those left. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. Ah, yeah. So you guys, as it says, bonus downed only once, you get extra items. If you get no deaths, then you get a little bit more. So, you know, depending on how many times you died and how hard the boss is to you, or how well you did, pretty much. They got rare items, so on and so forth. You guys get the whole gist. Y'all are smart folks. But pretty much the game revolves about load screens. A lot of waiting in this game. So far that's it. That's pretty much the guy that I wanted to show y'all. He's one of the newest ones. I really liked him. I think he's like a really cool monster. I could see like how hard he could truly be later on. I think like if it did somewhat a little bit more damage, he would just be really, really hard to deal with. It's really hard to dodge. Shit's flying everywhere. Yeah, you just gotta concentrate on everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I gave a lot of detail about the entire game, hopefully. I would like y'all to join and, you know, support the creator. Make this game so much more better, in my opinion. It has a lot of work to be done to it to even make it a really viable game that you can enjoy for hours. There's a lot of hours and hours of gameplay on it as it is. It's just all in work in progress, I would say. Hopefully you guys would enjoy it and support this creator as well. I'm definitely planning on to do so. I like to give in ideas to the creator. You can go to their site and email them, give them ideas, so on and so forth. I've already gotten the whole entire idea of doing the whole entire food system in here. I think that would help out a lot. Either do debuffs or buffs to help you would be a lot better in the future runs, maybe. But pretty much everything is all based around your gear and everything like that, and what your utilities are. So far I got a grenade, health potions, and speed potions, which makes me attack faster. Which I like to do that to like the bosses that I'm trying to down really fast. Not like I'm doing so much more damage, it's just I'm attacking more successive attacks. But yeah, I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy Monster Hunter. It's just I'm just a broke bastard. That's how it is. Or it's just really how it is. It's a free game. Come and support the guy that created it. Everything will be so much better in the future, I would say, in this. There's always that spin-off version of any kind of mainstream game that there is. So, yeah, I like to enjoy all these free ones when I get a chance. When I, of course, get a chance, I would get Monster Hunter World, maybe. Unless this becomes something so much better than that. It has the possibility, I would say. I would say, like, different towns would be awesome, too. That could be added into the game. Again, I'm not like max level or anything. I don't even know what the max level in this is. But from what I can tell, it's the hunt pass. Where is it at? Hold on. Mastery, I think. Okay. Yes, mastery. So now rewards. From what I can tell, from what I see through this, there is about 50 levels, I would say. So I guess max level would be 50, and there's a lot more monsters probably going to happen, or going to be put in the list. Of course, they're adding more monsters, more weapons, more gear, everything of that nature as we go on. So that's pretty cool. That's something to look forward to. I really like when games change for the better or for worse. It doesn't matter. You can always give your opinion to the creator, like I said, which really helps out a lot. Could become a really seriously shitty game or become a very awesome game that's very fun to play. Can pretty much live in this bitch for the rest of your life if you wanted to. If it goes well, of course. But every change, could be a bad change or a good change. It doesn't matter. I, for one, just like change. If there is no change, I will just cause chaos just so that there is some sort of change. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this whole entire episode. Like I said, I wanted to make it a little bit longer. Again, shout out to my brother Justin. Learned his blacksmithing skills. Wanted to dedicate this video to him again. Since this game is all about crafting, blacksmithing, armor smithing, everything of that nature, I thought it was fitting for the situation to actually do so. And again, check out Mr. Trenton Tye. Again, YouTube channel is purgatoryironworks. He is pretty much right now stationed in Georgia. If you guys want to check him out, maybe take some blacksmithing classes, he should be having some sort of bundle deals or like package deals for you guys later on. Right now, he's pretty much starting off doing the classes. He has a lot of tutorial videos on his channel, but as a group project for class training, he's pretty much starting off. We all wish him the best. I hope he's actually very successful with what he's doing. I'm definitely going to be taking up classes with him coming up in the future. he's just very enjoyable to watch and be around, in my opinion. Honestly, his humor is pretty much similar to mine. If you like my humor, you'll definitely enjoy watching him do his work. Um, I mean, he's not like doing like fancy things, maybe, um, like maybe like anime swords or anything like that, like some ridiculous two-handers from Cloud that would Cloud you would use or Sephiroth would use, stuff like that. He's not doing anything like that. He's actually using viable, actual, sword smithing, weapon smithing, blade smithing, and I'm sure he does a lot more different things. He's teaching leafing for his beginner classes, how to make metal leaves, pretty much like hooks and everything, or like keychains, depending on what you want to use them for. But it's a good training process right now. I thought it was neat. I would like to get some souvenirs. Hint, hint, Justin and Trenton. Send them my way. Little poke on the side real quick. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I hope it was very educational. If not, screw you guys. It doesn't really matter. I'm doing this for me. But see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful life, alright? Bye-bye.